That is truly crazy, but wow. Wow.
Well, you had mentioned it earlier, so I think it's time to get into
Yeah,
it
you
before we run
probably
out.
should do that because we're going to run out of time.
Thursday, March 12th, Friday, March 13th, Saturday, March 14th, the True Colors Conference at UConn, Stores, Connecticut.
Yep.
What do you want to say about it?
I want to say adults, anyone who's got questions, anyone who works with youth, anyone who works with LGBT people, and that hopefully covered absolutely everyone. Anyone who knows, has met, might possibly know, has ever thought, considered LGBT people, make it on Thursday. Thursday is Professional Best Practices Day. That's when we're going to have the greatest minds in the country there discussing what's going on today, real world time. And then past that, everyone else be there on Friday and Saturday. If you don't get it, if you don't know what gay is, if you're supportive but you don't get this trans thing, come on Friday, you'll get it in 20 minutes. There's no way you can't be there watching our kids be themselves and not get it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And come and build community, for God's sake.
Yeah. It's a beautiful place to come be with people. We do, like I said, in my program, once a month we have a meeting with all the youth in the program are invited and all the new youth who are referred to us, because you said you didn't know it. When in high school you were it,
Sure,
right?
yeah.
And I'm assuming that your situation was probably similar. You were it. You were the only one.
Yeah, of course I was in hiding at that point. in
You
time.
weren't?
Was.
Oh, you were?
Absolutely
I was in
was.
hiding, yeah.
Yeah.
Did us.
Yeah, we've got lots of the kids who have the bag of who they are, and then who they are that walks in, and they're
Yeah.
different. But we have this meeting, and everyone sits in that room very, very quietly, and I start throwing out what I know of their experience. You know, if you're the gay boy in the group home, everyone calls you nasty faggot, but then when the lights go out, they try to get with you. If you're the gay girl in the group home, everyone wants to sleep with you because everyone's going to be gay for this day. If you're the trans kid, everyone's stealing your makeup. You know, we talk about this is what it's like. This is what you deal with. And you see the lights go off. And someone will say, in my group home, and then you see kids realize that they're not the only one on this earth. And then you see it on a grand scale at the conference.
And that's a huge light bulb. In fact, that's exactly the light bulb these two 8-year-olds from the radio show had. This was the first time they had ever met anyone that was like them.
Yeah.
Right.
And they became instant friends, and they just started talking about this shared experience.
Wow, yeah.
It's like, oh, I have that too. You know, oh yeah, boys tease me about that too.
Yeah.
Right. I'm
You
not
know,
the only one on the earth.
And I know in my own experience, post 30 coming out, it was incredibly useful, helpful to meet other people and go, wow, all right, still being a little confused about things, still not quite sure, but that's okay because the three of you are too.
Yeah. We can pull
Still
this one off
figuring things out
together.
at 33, that's okay.
I had, the week before last, I was talking to actually one of your former mentors, Jesse, who's up at Waltham House. We've got, well, quite a few kids up there, but we've got 2 trans kids up there. And Jessie has decided that she takes care of Wanda. So I have yet to have Wanda call through by herself. Jessie will make the call and say, Kamora, Wanda's not the name right now. The name right now is Giselle. But Kamora, Giselle needs da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And so then when Giselle is in the room, we have these wonderful conversations because, you know, Giselle was not putting her stuff away the way she was supposed to. Luckily, your girl, and luckily Jessie was there to show her how to take care of herself. But just for them to be there, to live together, and to be able to say, you know, this is who we are and this is how it is. And yes, this is how we get dressed in the morning. This is normal.
Right, right.
Is incredibly important for our kids.
And I know my own experience at True Colors last year, that was the huge bit, was just the shock and awe. And like you said, 20 minutes. I mean, I was driving to the conference, totally suspicious, totally, you know, I'm going because my therapist suggested I should go. Just really resistant. And even through the whole opening speech,
Those crazy gay people.
it's like, well, no, I mean, I knew I was part of the community, but I didn't see how I was going to get much out of this.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, Robin had said something in the opening that that I think is great. It was basically, don't let anyone be alone. If you see someone walking by themselves, walk up and say hi to them. If you see somebody sitting by themselves at the conference, walk up and start talking to them. And it actually happened.
Yes,
I
it
tried
does.
to be alone, and these wonderful, friendly people who didn't really want to talk about why I was wearing girls' clothes at all started talking to me. About perfectly normal. Do you know where the dining hall is? Yeah, I think it's down here. Is this your first time here? Where do you come from? You know, just totally normal things. And that whole experience of just being treated normally while I'm trying to find my own identity was incredible.
You just went to the most beautiful place about True Colors, Robin McCallan, our executive director. I work for the most amazing, dedicated woman who I've ever met, and I've met some amazing women in my lifetime. And when I started at True Colors, I was there for about a week, and I'm probably going to cry right now, but I was there for about a week, and I was sitting at my first staff meeting, and we deal with stuff. I mean, you've got an idea of what gay youth issues might possibly be, and we get all the phone calls, so we deal with stuff all the time. And it had just been a rough week, and Robin had gotten quite a few phone calls, and we're sitting at the staff meeting, and she just started to cry, and said, you know what, I need to cry right now, because this is all weighing on me. And she just explained to us what she was feeling, and moved forward. And I was like, oh, this is where I need to work. This is it. We have staff meetings where we cry and process. This is heaven. But that translates out into everything we do, and it translates out. And at the conference, it sounds hokey. When she's up there, hokey. She says it Friday morning every year, and she says, don't let anyone be alone. And, we sit back, and we can be very, very jaded, and then you watch it happen, and you watch the kids who don't fit in anywhere else, and there's a group of them together. Yep. And it's not fake community, because they meet on Friday, they hang out on Saturday, and then they're Facebook, MySpace friends forever, and they actually do get together, and they plan on coming, that's when they plan on who they're going to the queer prom with, and that's who they plan on coming to the conference with the next year. But it's this wonderful basis for community, and it works.
When the organization started, it was called Children from the Shadows.
Right.
And of course now it's True Colors, and look at, instead of a little image of a black and white little shadow in the corner, we have a rainbow.
We have a rainbow.
Everybody sees it, it's beautiful.
Yeah. It's very cool.
Well, I guess in the last few moments of the show, we'll cover it. The stripes in the rainbow actually have a meaning. Gilbert Baker, a friend of the late Harvey Milk, there's a movie out about him now, we'll see it, created the flag. The gay colors mean red, light, courage and life. Orange is healing. Yellow is sunlight. Green is calmness, serenity with nature. Blue is harmony and art. And purple is spirit.
Wow, that's cool.
That's beautiful.
And I want to thank you guys. And I use the term guys.
Generically.
But this was wonderful, and you have to come back. Please come back. This was truly wonderful.
We would love to. This was one of those where I knew it was a long ride, but it was a ride that I didn't mind making.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah. But this is great for our audience, and
Southeastern Connecticut tends to be a little underserved.
Yes.
You really are. When we get phone calls from this part of the state, it's really sad that I don't have much to offer people. And for youth services, as far as I know, if anyone out there knows of an LGBT youth support group in this area of the state, please give me a call and let me know so that I can refer families to you. But right now, I don't have anything to refer families to.
What about therapist referrals?
It's tough. We're trying to get some sure contacts. There's certainly some therapists around that we know that are open to dealing with kids, that are open to dealing with issues.
Sure.
Not necessarily like a gender specialist, though.
Yeah. Well, we've got one right in our own community. We're losing. We're getting thrown off the air here. So anyway,
thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, and please come back.
Thank you.
And everybody, thanks for watching, and we will see you next week. And be sure to watch Father Us tomorrow night.
Thank you.
We're going shoe shopping.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.